Good morning to you.
Hi,
Hi.
good morning, Jameen.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you all for joining us today and welcome to AF4C Employment Reimagined. To our virtual audience that is tuning in, may I introduce my wonderful panelists to you. Let's start with Andrew. Andrew is the General Manager of SGwantedly.com and the only lady, or of course together with me, Miss Lim Hui San, General Manager of FastJobs, and of course, Mr. Lee Ziyang. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. He is our Marketing Manager of Worldlife Private Limited. Now, all three are giants in the digital job portal space. So without further ado, I will leave the floor to them for them to do a quick introduction of themselves and what their company does. So can I start with ladies first? Hui-san, I come to you, and could you tell us a little bit about FastJobs and a little bit about yourself to our virtual audience?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Hui Shan. I manage the team at FastJobs Singapore. We're in Singapore, Malaysia, and Philippines. So we are a mobile app that connects job seekers and employers together as fast as possible. So FastJobs, we focus on customer-facing, operational, and support roles.
Wow, that is so cool, and I'm sure some of our listeners tuning in are getting a little bit excited, Can I swing very quickly to you, Ziyang, and we want you to have a quick introduction of yourself, and also what YY Life represents. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Shan, and I'm from Worldlife. We have an app called YY Circle, and this app actually has a jobs portal that has a full-time function. You can find full-time jobs, you can find part-time jobs, and even if you are a freelancer, you can put your profile in, put in your portfolio, and people can look for you if they are looking for freelance. They have freelance work for you.
I see. So you have an app. Okay, that is great. Okay, so now we will swing to Andrew. So Andrew, please tell us a little bit about yourself and what SGwantedly.com represents.
With pleasure. Thank you, Jermaine. So happy to be here, and happy to be here with Hui Shan and Ziyang as well.
Yeah.
A quick introduction about myself. I consider my journey committed to the startup ecosystem, and I'm passionate about helping people help others. And with my foray into Wantedly, I'm glad to have been able to do that, to achieve that. Now, a quick introduction about Wantedly. We are a modern hiring platform with a mission to create a world where work drives passion. In addition to Singapore, we are also in Japan and Hong Kong.
Wow, that is nice, Okay, so on that note, right, let's swing into this very interesting conversation that we're going to have. Because basically what this conversation aims to do is to let our virtual audience who are tuning in find out a little bit more about digital job portals, embrace technology, don't be afraid of it, and literally use this one way that is open to them in their job seeking journey. Okay, so our topic for today is so many job portals, so little time lah, yeah, to some of us ladies and, ladies in particular, like so many men, so little time, tongue in cheek, okay, and belly. Anyway, so we want to talk about, the latest trends in job search in the digital world, okay? So let me go into the very first question. When I talk about so many job portals and so little time, time aside, because there's so many job portals, I think our virtual audience would like to know, how then do you select the right job portal, so that it makes your job search journey a lot more fun and a lot faster? So can I throw this question first and foremost to Andrew, and then we will take it round to the others.
Sure. Yeah, we agree, and we can see that there are many choices out there. And let's agree that it's great to have options, right? Your cheeky example about ladies having a lot of gentlemen to choose from. It's always good to have options, but I would caution, right? Be deliberate in your job search as opposed to spray and pray.
I see. Of course, all of you are in the realm of the modern job portals, you know. The more traditional one that people are more aware of would be your Monster, your LinkedIn, right? Your JobStreet before. So hence the selection of, you know, this three that comes together and talk to our job seeker, because you guys are the next generation, if you like, you know, in terms of job portals. So the same question to you, Ziyang, you know, so many choices, right? How should our job seekers start, you know, and what should they choose? And based on what should they choose what? You know what I'm saying?
I think most job portals have the same structure. You input your details, your past experience, your certification. And for hiring employees, it's also the same thing. They have a company description, a job description, minimum qualifications, salary range. So what's the difference? Some job portals, they actually offer company reviews where employees can rate the workplace. So job seekers can check out the rating of the workplace before they decide to apply for the role in the company to see how good is the company. Good reviews, okay, I'll apply for it. Some job portals actually offer employee reviews where employees rate the employees based on their performance. So for future employers, they can take a look at the reviews and see whether is this talent good to hire. Some other portals focus on specific industries, like and so they become the experts in that field. Like they will give assurance in getting the perfect fit. They focus on specific categories like part-time, full-time, internship, freelancers, or even industries like F&B, service line, engineers, IT, so on and so forth.
Right. Okay, you know, that's good to know. And then swinging across to you, Hui San, do you agree with what our two panelists have just said?
To a great degree, I do. I think having a lot of options makes much better sense for job seekers, because then you can find what is suitable for you. But then, of course, then you have to figure out what is suitable for you. Like, do you know for a start what you want to look for? So I think there are job portals which are more niche. So for example, for FastJobs, because we focus on customer-facing, operational and support roles. So if you know that you're looking for that kind of jobs, then you should focus and select the one that is most relevant. If you're looking for a high-level, let's say finance job, probably then don't use FastJobs, because that's not going to be where you're going to be finding relevant jobs. So you want to first cut down the noise in terms of what are the jobs that are available outside.
Yeah, and I want to mirror that, Visan. It's always taking that first step that is very important, right? I mean, take me, for example. I will skip job portals totally because I am just so technology adverse. It's not even funny anymore. For me to even come out and do this recording with you, I don't know whether people realize it's like climbing Mount Everest. I tell you, if I can see my virtual audience right now, they'll all be nodding their head, or at least some of them say, yes, we agree, you know. Okay, so the thing about us is that, you know, can I pose you a very cheeky question? Then what is the cheating way? You mean to tell me that I have to go and do a lot of, you know, research into all the job portal? I don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so to the job seekers that are like that, you know, do you all have a magical solution, or is there like a one-stop shop when I key in something and boom, all the job portals come out, and then I like, okay, so one by one I go and see, you know, and then so how is it?
Is that a broad question to all of us?
Yes, it's a broad question. Yeah,
so,
my panelist very nice.
So of course, number one is if you filter into our target audience, then FastJobs lah, right? So if you're looking for, be it full-time, part-time, or maybe flexible jobs in food and beverage, retail, warehousing, logistics, manufacturing, that kind, then come to us, get started, because we will recommend you jobs that are near your location. You have all the salary information, all the details about the jobs, and we'll also recommend you to discover the right jobs for yourself. So that's one way to start. You need to do full research. You download one first lah, then you try, right? So that's one. I think other than that is you can ask around. There are a lot of advisory services actually. So we work with Workforce Singapore as well. Workforce Singapore is really good with that kind of guidance. So there is a lot of help out there. It's just reaching out.
I absolutely agree. And amongst all of us, Ziyang, are you the youngest? You are, right?
I think so. In fact, I think
I'm so putting him on a spot, you know. So actually, Ziyang, you know, I mean, I see lah, I think you're the younger person amongst the lot. Sorry, no offense to everybody. You know, I mean, do you agree with what Hui San says? You know, I mean, the idea is to start, right? When you start, then it will gather momentum as you look. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I'm the oldest here lah. So based on experience, I think yeah, the magic. I agree with Shan that the magic way is to start, because even for us, we started and try and find our way. We have never tried digital portal in the past. We used to hold a paper and classify and
that's right.
Go and look for jobs and walk in and hey, are you hiring? Are you looking for people? I'm ready to work. So we also tried digital jobs portal for a start, and then we try and work our way through. So this portal don't give me any response. This portal didn't give me good enough suggestions. So I'll just keep trying. Then we start to learn and start to tweak and even start to know how it works. And finally decided on one or maybe a few and see which one actually gives us the best response. So I think that's how it is. You have to start and then you learn along the way.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, Ziyang, you know, and so in another words, right, to our virtual audience out there, please, there is no magical solution. It's your life, you know, it's your life, right? It's your own employment journey. So please listen to our expert start. But the good thing is that now that you have joined us in AF4C, you have 3 brilliant ones to go to straight away, you know. So start from here, right? If there's anything to start from here. To Andrew, right, I would skip that and go straight to a point where you brought forward in your introduction to us, which I thought is good to point out. Wantedly.com is amazing. You know, I mean, you guys match people based on values, you know, and passion, right? It's no longer about the CV matching, right? It is based on what you do. So we have that saying, right? If you find something you love to do, you'll never have to work a day in your life. That is the best, you know, kind of platform that I can even think of. You want to tell us a little bit more about it? I think we have some interested listeners that are absolutely tuning in right now on that.
Absolutely. Thanks for bringing this point up. And it's something that we have observed driving sort of change in job searching, change in hiring, due to mindset change, right? Mindsets of talent, and also due to digital advancements. And when we talk about this, you know, if you find a job that you love, you won't have to work a day in your life. Let's relate that to the biggest shift in employment in the last 10 years. What's the biggest addition to the job market? It's a group called millennials. This explosion and inclusion to the talent pool has really caused a shift in perspective and hiring trends, and inevitably affected, you know, the other spectrum, all the other spectrum of the job market, of the talent pool.
Very good, you know, I mean, I'm hearing like all the right things that are being said here, and I hope that, you know, our virtual audience are paying attention. So a little break and snippets down here. So this is to my virtual audience, right? Very soon you're going to see a quiz pop up, you know, and if you have been paying attention, you should be able to answer that, you know, and the first 10 actually gets a surprise winning of something that we will tell you later. So it's good to pay attention here, you know, and anyway, there's lots of good stuff that you are learning. So let's swing straight into the second part of what I wanted to touch on. All good that technology is governing all the latest job portals that are coming up. Another thing that we keep hearing about is the technology of AI. Now, can I throw this to Hui San first? Hui San, can you put it in very simple terms for us? A lot of people don't understand what AI is and what it does, you know, in the job portals that uses this technology, you know, to drive, right, the matching. So you want to give us a bit of an insight into that?
So you threw me a very challenging question. Artificial
I know.
intelligence. How to
I'm
explain
being
it
bad.
in layman's. I think essentially what we look at it from the job seeker perspective, a lot of it is around automation. So there isn't a person necessarily, for example, you know, when you go to a mobile app, you will see a list of different jobs, right? That list of different jobs can be personalized. That means it's recommended specifically for you, but there isn't one person who actually looks at you, Jermaine, and say, okay, I think Jermaine will like this job A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So there is some artificial intelligence that goes on behind it, where there's code that basically tells the mobile app which are the jobs that are most suitable for Jermaine and shows that up top.
Okay, so on the subject of AI, can I then swing this to the two gentlemen? Let's start with you first, Ziyang. I believe that YY, if I'm not mistaken, you guys also have the AI technology backing you up in terms of job matching, right? Has it significantly cut down the time taken? You know how some job seekers, right, they really do need a job like yesterday, you know, so they can't go through a whole process that waits months and months before they find something else. So does it help the technology in speeding up things?
Definitely, because jobs have been increasing throughout the years. Our population also have been increasing throughout the years. So definitely, in 2020, there's almost around 2 million job vacancies available out in the market.
Seriously?
Yeah, this is the statistics by MOM. So during job search, jobs matching, how do we actually make this process faster? So definitely a lot of people are constantly FastJobs, including us. We all use AI. We actually filter the applicants so that the employers have easier time to choose the applicants that are more relevant to them. So their job seekers are also getting more digitally savvy to understand exactly how AI works. So cover letters, resumes, they are strategically crafted with keywords to ensure that AI picks them up and then present to an employer. They are looking for that skill.
I think that's brilliant. And of course, to Andrew, do you see that, you know, it gravely cuts down time, or it makes it more effective, more efficient in the background match, you know, so that people get their roles faster? Yes?
I think without a doubt, caveat is it's still a work in progress. What's critical for AI is data, right? Clean and complete data. So if I can reframe the question to are job portals getting smarter today? Yes, absolutely. And the most immediate outcome, most immediate benefit are what some of my fellow panelists have mentioned. Automation, automating previously manual processes, example, screening or filtering candidates, and also recommendation, which was mentioned earlier today. Recommendation for optimal outcomes, helping job seekers find the right match based on their knowledge, skills, and attributes. And this is where the keywords, this is where the keywords come into play. So how do you make the best use of this? If you're using online platforms, I highly recommend you to take into account optimizing your profile creation extremely seriously. You know, complete your profile. Make sure you complete your profile to extract the maximum potential. If you go on a platform and you fill in just basic information, you're unlikely to be able to leverage on the benefit of AI. That being said, maybe I'll also add in alternative or additional view where what's on paper or online is only part of the equation. So this recommendation can only go to a certain limit. And when in deciding for a role, job seekers, they value a lot of other things beyond the job description. Same for employers. They will seek out someone with attributes that can't be entirely easily demonstrated.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, Andrew, that is key, man. You know, okay. So then my question specifically to the three companies that represent the three job portals. So let's say if a job seeker comes and utilize your service, you know, like what Andrew had to say, be as complete as possible when you fill in your profile, you know, or when you set up your profile. Am I right? Okay. So again, I'm using me. If I go in and I see 10 pages, I switch off already. I go to somewhere else, you know, so a lot of us can be either it's a fear or maybe it's just plain laziness, I don't know, you know, but right now you know that, you know, what you feed in, you know, if you feed in rubbish, rubbish will come out. Very simple. If you feed in good stuff will come out. Am I right? So that means if we put in our profile, we have to be very, very careful and very deliberate in what we want to put in. Okay, do you have a service that helps those people who are naturally very fearful of keying in all this? You know, do you have like a chatbot that help us? Actually, chatbot's not even that good. Some people really need a person to chat with, you know. So do you have anything that helps our job seeker to kind of like onboard themselves onto your platform so that their journey can flow, you know, a lot easier? Can I maybe just throw this to Hui San first? Yeah. Do you have something like that?
So I would say that our onboarding is simple. So we are FastJobs, right? We want to make sure that it's fast, right?
Okay.
And because we focus a lot on non-executive roles, where actually it's more your recent and relevant experience that is the most critical. So what we do have is that it's very simple to fill up. It's not 10 pages for sure. And basically it's already structured in a way that the information that you need is going to be like in fields, then you can fill in quickly. And what we do is to help you generate a resume if you don't know how to do a resume yourself. Because based on all of the information, at least you don't have to like do 2 times, right? One resume, one profile setup, and you can put a picture to showcase to the employers, because a lot of our roles are also customer facing roles, presentable and things like that. So it's more that we've already cut it down so that it is easier to fill in, and then we automate the resume generation part.
Okay, so I still stick with you, and I want to come in with one more question. Now, you know, COVID has really changed the face of employment very, very fast. You know, gone are the days where, I climb the employment ladder, this is how I go. This is what we call a linear career. You know, when you do need, and when your livelihood is at stake, and you need to jump onto something very quickly, that's what FastJob is all about, right? It really doesn't matter, you know, what your background is, but you know, yours could be a bridge between somebody that's looking for something and in the meantime. Am I correct to say that this is FastJobs profile?
I would say that there are different target audiences. So there is a bunch of people for, let's say they have been recently retrenched, looking for something in the meantime. They might be exploring joining a new career sector. So let's say, for example, warehousing and logistics is a growing sector for sure. It supports the growing e-commerce industry, right? So coming in and looking for jobs with no experience needed, maybe you're a very detail-oriented analytical person, and you're willing to try working in a warehousing environment. So those are the kinds of opportunities that you can access using FastJobs to apply directly to the employer and testing it out. Or you could be looking for a part-time job in the meantime, or you could be looking for a flexible job in the meantime. So for example, if you are looking to just pick up some shifts, we have a service that's called FastGate, where you could, for example, be a grocery picker for a few shifts. No minimum commitment, because you're sort of in between and looking for So that's the sort of opportunities that you can get through FastJobs. Then there's also, of course, the group who have had full-time careers, full-time roles in F&B, retail, and that's something that they want to continue maybe growing with. But they can also explore adjacent sectors where, let's say, their customer service skills are related. They can apply. Then you can look for those jobs on FastJobs as well. The other option really is FastLearn, which I mentioned very briefly in our introduction. So we have curated courses that are suitable for the industries that we really focus on. Let's say you want to enter. Yeah. So it cuts down from the thousands of courses that are available outside, like cut down a bit of that noise so that you can find the relevant ones to look at, okay, maybe I want to reskill, upskill, understand whether this is something that is going to be up my alley before I pursue a full career down the road. So there are a lot of opportunities for that career sector change or switch through different kinds of jobs.
Oh, Hui San, that's very good to know. And of course, let me swing very quickly to Andrew. So Andrew, you know, for people to come on wantedly.com, because I did mine. Yes, you know, and it's not difficult, you know, but they did it so nicely for you later on. When you look back on your profile, you look like a superstar. Trust me, you have to go and find this out, okay? So But I have a lot of help from my business partner. I have a great business partner that can help me on that, you know. So I had help. So to Andrew, what if somebody doesn't have help and they go on and they might be a little bit intimidated, you know, with setting up their profile? So do you have help available that people can tap on, you know, in order to become a profile of yours?
Short answer is yes. To elaborate, I do believe it's on the owners of the company to make it user-friendly through design, through iteration, user feedback testing, automatic onboarding, so on and so forth. That's the first part. But second piece is we do have a backend where we can identify user profiles that are not optimized. Either it's a work in progress or, you know, because of mindset, they give up halfway, right? We will reach out to them and prompt them and guide them. At the same time, employers can also do the same. If an employer finds a user profile interesting, but it's, you know, just halfway done, they can prompt them, hey, I would like to learn more about you. Include more information in your profile. But off platform, so to speak, and I suggested this during 2020 when it was a challenging year for job seekers. We have been providing pro bono career services. Yes, helping job seekers build their professional brand, tailor their career journey, and even if it's a one-on-one setting, we will do our part to help job seekers. But looking forward, we are building more features to make it stickier for users to use our platform, such as customized profiling, social networks linking. You know, if you give the user, if you inject more value to the user, they will then have more motivation to optimize their profile online.
Correct. And to Ziyang, why utilize an app? So is your onboarding as simple as the other two panelists have stated for people to come on board YY site, or do you also have help, you know, to guide people step by step?
Definitely the onboarding has to be simple. If not, people wouldn't want to come on board. Yeah, plus registration is the same. Like you see 10 pages. So definitely have to make it simple. So for first timers who actually downloaded our app, we have small little instructions to guide them to what to do. Like what are the different functions within the app and how do you register. We also have training videos. There's also a chat function within the app to actually for them to ask questions if they have any problems. We also have an FAQ functions, and they can also call us. So help is there for them to find it. And the onboarding process is only probably only one page, so it's very, very simple, and it's very guided. So there's only certain things that you can do. But of course, if you feel that your profile is not good enough, then don't use any results. You can always feel free to change your keywords so that to make it more enticing for employees. Wow, this guy is very good. You have a lot of skills, a lot of capabilities, or maybe I should try. Yeah, so it's pretty simple for us.
Okay, so can I summarize everything, right? That what you are saying, you know, in case some people missed out the first part, wasn't paying attention. Okay, first and foremost, you know, in order for digital job portals to help you, guys, please start somewhere, you know. Start, and then, you know, it will snowball into something that is very nice. And you can hear from our three panelists here, help is always on hand. Even though the help comes in a machine form, it is still help. Okay, so start, right? Yeah, and if for whatever good reason you guys are still all stuck, you know, and you really do need help, here is my QR code. Please scan this, okay? Come through with all your inquiry to Elvis at Hideout, and we will do our best, you know, if need be, to even handhold you on board, you know. Along this entire conversation, you will see links that are popping up from my three panelists, you know, company, you know, for you to log on to their company straight away, and for you to go and have a play around if you will want to, because it provides you three very good opportunities for you to go out on, be it you are bridging your job, be it you are going on a fast track to look at a part-time job, albeit that you are literally looking to switch career. It's all here. So I will, encourage all of you to give it a shot. If you haven't done it, do it now. Like, don't delay. Okay? So on that note, I would like all of us to end off with a thought, for our virtual audience here, because you've been such wonderful panelists, right? So we will go to Tze Yang first. Tze Yang, if there's one thought that you can leave our virtual audience, what would you say to them?
Realistically speaking, job hunting can be tiring and demoralizing if it doesn't yield any results. So have a positive mind, keep your head up, tweak your strategy if necessary, and strive on. The benefits of different platforms are there for the taking. So understanding the employment landscape, how each platform works, will definitely increase your chances in landing your dream job.
I would say amen to that. Yes, Andrew?
All right, I'm just grateful to learn a lot today as well. And my final thoughts would be get online, be social, and show professionalism. In terms of getting started towards that, right? I apply this approach. You don't know what you don't know, so you have to try. Don't be afraid. Try not to shut off. It may not be easy to get online and be social if that's not second nature to you, but learning to do so could show your savviness, adaptability, and hunger, and that will stand you in good state in your employment journey.
That's very good. Thank you so much. And the lady of the house has the last say. Hui-san?
I think today, at least I realized that actually we're all very aligned in terms of what we're trying to do. I think all the job portals outside are doing their best, new features, functionalities to make it as easy as possible, as guided as possible. So I think the theme of today clearly emerged was start somewhere, right? And I would add to that, adopt the learner's mindset as you go towards it. It can be challenging. You need a lot of resilience. It's always tough looking for a job, but there are a lot of people to help and to guide. And you try a few, because I think for online, it's not as daunting, to be honest. Just try it. What's the worst that can happen? And then you can, the best things are yet to come. I think there are a lot of opportunities out there for people who do endure and be resilient through this very tough time.
Yeah, okay. And well said. So thank you very much. Our time is up, and you've been a wonderful panelist. So till the next time, I hope that we can then meet each other in person. Maybe if we do this 1 year later, we are actually sitting on a stage and facing a real audience, not that my virtual audience isn't real. They're all there. Okay, so, well, thank you very much once again, and have a good afternoon now. You take care, and we will meet soon. Bye.
Thank you. All the best.
Bye-bye.
Hi everyone. To start off, I would like to thank LPs at Hideout for inviting Wanted to be part of the AF4C Employment Reimagined event. We are at day 1 of the virtual conference, and today I'll be highlighting the Wanted platform for job seekers and why you should be on it too. So by way of introduction, my name is Mae and I am the Senior Marketing Manager at Wantedly. My role is to put Wantedly at the forefront of job seekers' minds when embarking on their career search. I will let you in on the Wantedly platform and how the platform can help job seekers such as yourselves with our various tools and resources on the portal. This is our agenda, and let's start off with our founder story, Akiko, and how Wantedly came to be. Akiko Naka is our founder and CEO. She founded Wantedly with our mission 10 years ago in Tokyo, and we are the de facto hiring platform in Japan today. Our modern hiring platform aims to connect employers and talents based on shared purpose and values. Wantedly came to Singapore from 2016, and we've expanded in Hong Kong around the same time. But the journey is still ongoing to improve the way job seeking is done. The focus of job seeking should be more than just salaries and benefits. It is equally important to align both companies and job seekers in values, mission, and purpose, and that's what we are here to achieve. This is a photo taken at our 10th anniversary before the pandemic hits. Amongst many accolades, self-taught coder Akiko was the youngest woman to bring the startup public in 2019. Akiko was listed by Forbes as one of the 25 power women in Asia. On the right is our celebrity coder Yoshi, who is our CTO. Since day one, 130 has had a strong tech DNA in the company, and we have one of the most headcount in our engineering department. Both Yoshi and Akiko are true inspiration for us in achieving our mission daily and to help job seekers discover companies you love and careers you can be passionate about. Let's talk a bit more about the Wantedly way and what it means. Our career portal serves as a more alternative job portal. I will highlight two features that stand out for job seekers. There are more, but these are the two main focus for the Wantedly way. Our mission is to create a world where work drives passion. The job postings on our platform are predominantly about the company, including their company's mission, their values, featuring the people and who works at the company, as well as the culture. We don't advertise the salary as we feel that it shouldn't be the motivation for applying. So we suggest that this approach will allow for a more deliberate job search rather than a spray and pray approach. Instead of applying for a traditional interview process, we encourage companies to invite talents to visit. Our app is called the Wantedly Visit, and we feel that it is very important to not only have a Wantedly profile, but also to tell your story. With the Wantedly Visit, this creates a setting where both parties can get to know each other better. So this is akin to like a dating profile, where you will read more about the company, and likewise the company will read more about you before making a commitment. And you need as much information as you can to make a decision and to manage expectations on both ends. So you will see a little bit more about what the company profile and what you as a user and how your profile will look like. Before that, let's meet the Singapore team. This Wantedly Singapore was here from 2016, 2017. And in Singapore alone, we take care of over 2,000 companies and about 80,000 Wantedly users. This is our current team in Singapore. Feel free to connect with us. You can find us on sg.wantedly.com/wantedly_sg, where you can read more about each of our profile. Now I will give an example of what a company profile will look like on the Wantedly platform. The first example is Grab, and it's a company that needs no further introduction. But as you can see here, we pay particular emphasis on companies on how they can best represent themselves, but by ensuring that each company profile is complete with the what, why, and how. In the next slide, you will see an example of how this is written. But in the meantime, in the company's homepage, the companies are also encouraged to write about what they stand for, what is their mission, and what they do for the community, and so that this acts as a more deliberate approach for when potential candidates can align with your company direction and your mission before applying for the job. Now, every company has a story to tell. To ensure alignment of companies and candidates, it is crucial that we let potential candidates in on the company's mission, culture, and values with these three sections. So as I mentioned, these are samples of what the company do, why it does what it does, and one of the unique ways companies can tell their story on the company page is via the stories page. So what the story page does is it allows companies to put up articles or editorials about their company, about their people. Maybe they have an event that they would like to highlight or write about. We encourage you to look through these stories available on the company pages to have a better insight at the culture of the company and their products as well. Next example that I would like to give on our platform is Hoods Inc. Productions. Hoods Inc. is a production house who produces a lot of film and local dramas you might be familiar with, such as Phua Chu Kang. Their company profile page is very detailed. They also include a write-up of what the team does for fun, and they also showcase all their team members, which is very crucial. Why? Because company culture is made up by people and not the building you work in. So we encourage companies to also showcase their team, and the more team members they're able to present, the more insight you will gain on the people you'll be potentially working with. For their team showcase alone, as you can see here on the right, you can get a sense that they attract individuals who are dynamic and creative like themselves, and how they express themselves on the platform using characters and nicknames that represent each of them, including Chewy, their company dog, and mascot. This speaks volumes of the dynamics in a company, their fun and vibrant culture, which also helps candidates make an informed decision if this is a company that they can see themselves be part of. Now that you've heard about companies, and because we expect companies on the platform to put in all this effort to really represent themselves, their people, and their values, likewise, we expect the same of you as users and potential candidates to ensure that, again, both parties can get to know each other better. This is like a dating profile that I mentioned, so both parties will need to do a bit of research beforehand. And more than just your technical or educational experience, we also encourage users to work on your self-introduction, listing out your passion and your ambition, because one often overlooked area of your resume is your personal introduction. Take some time to work out what matters to you, because what matters to you matters to your future employers as well. A bit of an insight is that your self-introduction is a very powerful portion of your profile that gives you depth and allows recruiters to quickly understand who you are instead of just what you do. In the current hiring landscape, it does make a huge impression to a recruiter who now also emphasize more on cultural fit and personality. So let's have a look at a couple of user profile examples. In today's hyper-connected, tech-first world, which has been transformed even further and more rapidly due to the pandemic, everyone is online, and we must adapt as well for our job search to be online. What should be online in your job search? Your personal brand, your professional brand, and your network. We view your Wantedly profile as your online professional brand. A personal brand is a unique combination of skills and experiences that make you who you are. It is how you present yourself, including to the virtual world, professionally. Effective personal branding online will achieve a few of the following. Employers are all online today, some even exclusively, so you bet that they will reach out, they will be researching about you online as well. What it does also, it helps you to differentiate yourselves from the competition, position yourself how you wish to be perceived and to be more attractive. You can state your ambition by doing that and gain awareness and then interest for employers on the page as well. Then we have this opportunity through Scout. So what companies on Wantedly has is the ability to scout for candidates who match the profile that they're looking for in their job post. So the Wantedly profile is a place for users to showcase this information from their resume and professional experience. And we focus on two main concepts. The first being is that the user's passion towards their job, while the second is the concrete action they took to realize this passion. You can achieve this on the new profile through adding videos, pictures, text box, cards, and other features to really visualize what you have achieved and what you're looking forward in your journey. This new profile lets users such as yourself fully express your personality and individual merits with ease. So this is Wantedly just revamp our new profile. As you can have a look here, we are featuring Andrew, who is our very own country manager from Wantedly Singapore. Andrew is very passionate about building ecosystems to help people help others. This gives a very good insight into why Andrew does what he does, aside from just his technical experience. So you can be very detailed, as I mentioned before, about your introduction, your personal introduction, that gives an insight to who you are as a person. With this new Wantedly profile, you can develop your professional brand online. You can bring your resume to life. We have a customized profile URL, so it's first come, first serve, sign up first. And next slide, you will see how the timeline format of the new profile allows you to showcase your achievements and your ambitions. So this is a sample of another profile from our own marketing and customer success manager in Singapore, Jen. This is a sample of Jen's profile. So when you sign up for a One-Third profile, there are a number of things you can undertake for your professional branding online. This can be somewhat of your online calling card. So what happens when an employer discovers you? You want to stand out, you want to be remembered, you want to be contacted, and this includes your social networks as well. So one of the newest implementation for the new profile is your customized URL, and visuals are very important too. One approach is to stand out from the crowd, and you can start with your why. People often remember you for your purpose, your motivation, and your impact, not just what you do. You can share your favorite quote or personal tagline and invoke a strong affinity between the audience and yourself to make a lasting impression. And finally, demonstrate your competence. You can showcase your knowledge, skills, and attributes through the timeline that I mentioned earlier. You can also present your experience, your education, and showcase previous works, perhaps an event that you've organized before, or a website that you've built. So I hope you like the sample that we've given. We encourage you to start your One-Thirdly profile and start building it up, as it can present a very good personal brand for yourself. Next, we highlight another important areas of the One-Thirdly platform. More than just the job post, the company profile, and your user profile, we also have One-Thirdly stories and journals. Let's start with what One-Thirdly stories is all about. One-Thirdly stories serves as an inspiration for job seekers to take the plunge in your career search. From internship to learning journeys, career switches, and stories about humble beginnings, companies publish stories in their profiles so job seekers can learn more about their business, products, and most importantly, their people. For job seekers, this also acts as a research into the companies you're applying for. The people featured are your potential colleagues, people you potentially be reporting to, and you also have an insight into the company culture. You can make an informed decision before applying to the company, so do take time to read these inspiring stories if you come across them after you sign up for your profile. Now, what is One-Thirdly Journal? While stories are written by the companies themselves, One-Thirdly Journals is an editorial contribution by the One-Thirdly team. There are two main areas that you can look out for job seekers such as yourself. This can act as your go-to resource for insights on career trends, resume or interview tips, and much more. The stories about, like you can see here, 4 bird personality types you need to know for workplace success. So we have very quirky insights as well, and they make for fun and insightful reading. As for employers, what we do on the right side, you can see these are specifically for employers. We share best practices on conducting interviews, how-tos on writing job posts, insights on hiring trends, upcoming career fairs, and more. So One-Thirdly Journal serves both job seekers and employers as well. Last but not least, I would like to talk about the One-Thirdly Meetup. Much like how you came to register for the Employment Reimagined event, one other significant part of the One-Thirdly platform is our Meetup. Meetup is our events platform, which offers One-Thirdly users and job seekers a learning opportunity to upskill yourselves with various courses. We have them from photography to coding and data analytics. Here are a couple of examples of past Meetup. And companies on One-Thirdly also uses Meetup for career fairs and events such as this Employment Reimagined event and many similar webinars and workshops. So when you're browsing through available jobs, you will come across Meetups, and feel free to register and click on I'm interested to be part of. Some are paid and some are free events, but they are all to serve your upskilling needs. They have a lot of resources and other available tools as well. I would also like to take this opportunity to highlight companies on One-Thirdly who are currently hiring. From marketing to creative, sales, engineering, and more. You can visit sg.onethirdly.com to browse more job openings, create your profile, and start applying. I'm just highlighting a few from each of the different departments like creative or marketing, but rest assured that there will be more if you log on and sign up for a profile now. We'll start off with marketing. Here are some of the companies that's hiring for marketing roles. We have Morpheus Labs, we have Soul Property, and Grab as well, looking for a campaign strategist. Grab is on a hiring spree. They are on marketing, they're on engineering, they're on finance. There are internship roles as well, so do have a look at that. Next are creative roles. We have Popsicle, who's looking for content creators. Popsicle is a mini online karaoke platform. So if you love music and you love content creation, this will be perfect for you. Grab again is looking for a product designer for their DigiBank initiative. And Y Brand Design is a creative agency who's looking for a designer. They're looking for a senior designer as well. Next, we have the engineering role. Hitachi Systems just joined our platform. They are looking for a network and security engineer. Treasure Cloud is looking for a QA engineer, and Strips Finance is a fintech startup who's looking for a senior Solidity developer to lead their growing team. Business development and sales, we have Sparkline, who's looking for a business development exec. Duck Dog Drink Company was previously from US. They just made their mark and landed in Asia, and Singapore is their first HQ. They're looking for sales and brand ambassadors. And we have Cleverly SG as well, which is another agency looking for an account sales personnel for their team. We have more than just those roles, like media publishers. One of the publication that you might probably know is Bureau. They're looking for finance and admin manager. We have electricians. We have F&B roles as well. So do go to sg.wantedly.com, sign up for a profile, and you can browse hundreds of jobs on our platform. That's the website there for you. Feel free to connect with us as well. We are on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. On Instagram, you'll be able to look out for our weekly newsletter sign up. If you sign up on the profile, you will receive a weekly newsletter which round up all the jobs, all the new jobs, or all the new meetups or inspiring stories that we can feature, so that you can have all this information at the tip of your email every week. So do connect with us there. Lastly, thank you once again, LPs, for inviting Wantedly to showcase our platform. I will now hand you over to Young, Marketing Manager of YY Live, to hear more about their unique platform. Thank you.